Alright, if you're a high income earner, this video is for you. So let's jump right into it. The number one place to invest your money as a high income earner, cash, or sometimes called an emergency fund. Whatever you like to call it, I firmly believe that we all need to hold a good amount of liquid cash at all times. Unplanned stuff happens all the time. Your kid chips his tooth during the weekend soccer game. Your car hits a curb and you need to replace your tire. Your computer dies on you and you need a new one today. When you have enough cash, these incidents become minor inconveniences rather than life-altering events. And I personally don't obsess too much about where I hold my cash. For me, the priority is liquidity. I want to be able to access it easily and quickly without having to jump through loopholes. Thus, while high interest CDs are nice, they aren't my number one pick when it comes to holding my cash, given they often have penalties for pulling out the money early. I prefer a simple checking and savings account at my bank, and if I can get additional interest, great. But it's not a deal breaker. Also, the amount that you want to hold should align with your risk tolerance and recurring expenses. I personally like to hold up to 12 months of expenses, but you can also have 6 months or even 3 months if you're in a stable career and have a higher risk tolerance. The key is to build up a healthy level of cash before you start investing your money anywhere else. The number 2 place to invest your money as a high income earner, investing in your 401k up to the employer match. Employer match is essentially free money. For example, let's say you make an annual salary of $100,000 and your company matches your 401k contribution up to 4%. This means that when you contribute $4,000 into your 401k, your company will match you dollar for dollar, another $4,000 into your 401k. Your $4,000 just became $8,000 without you having to do anything, 100% return instantaneously. Additionally, you're able to reduce your taxes you owe the government by lowering your taxable income by $4,000. Investing up to your 401k employer match is really a no-brainer. If you're not contributing to your 401k at least to the match, stop this video right now. Go and do that before you move on to the next point. The number 3 place to invest your money as a high income earner. Participating in your company's Employee Stock Purchase Plan, aka ESPP. An employee stock purchase plan is a company-run program in which participating employees can purchase company stock directly at a discounted price, most typically being about 15% discount. Employees contribute to the plan through payroll deductions which build up between the offering date and the purchase date. And at the purchase date, the company uses the employees' accumulated funds to purchase stock in the company on behalf of the participating employees. Similar to the 401k match, a 15% discount is like receiving free money. Where can you receive an automatic 15% discount on anything? And if there's no restriction on when you can sell your ESPP stock, then there's minimal risk if you sell your shares immediately. You get to basically pocket the 15% discount. A good rule of thumb with ESPP is after you sell your company stocks, which you bought at a 15% discount, immediately reinvest into a broad market index fund. Here are a few benefits to this strategy. 1, you get to take advantage of the 15% discount. 2, you stay invested in the market. You're not spending that extra money. And 3rd, your investment is not tied to the performance of a single company. ESPP is not something that is available to everyone, so if your company does offer it, make sure to take advantage of it. Real quick, if you like all the steps that I'm covering in this video, you might like my 1-page companion PDF guide. Think of it like a quick cheat sheet that you can reference to remind yourself of the order of investing I'm covering in this video. I always learn better when I can not only hear things, but see them visually as well. So if you'd like a free copy of this PDF, please go to the link I'll have in the description below. The number 4 place to invest your money as a high income earner, paying down high interest debt. Think of auto loans, student loans, and credit card debt. There's no good reason to carry high interest debt from one month to the other. When you're paying interest on these debts, you're making someone else rich, not yourself. So before moving on to other investments, I recommend tackling these debt as quickly as possible. And because I like simplicity, I like head-on, brute force approach when it comes to paying down debt. List out all your debt and start tackling them one at a time. You can use either the debt snowball method or the avalanche method. To be frank, either will work fine. It's really a personal preference. The number 5 place to invest your money as a high income earner. Go back to your 401k and now max it out. If you're a high income earner, contributing to a tax deferred retirement account like the 401k during your peak earning years is the best tax deduction you can get. You get an upfront tax deduction, tax protected growth for the duration of investment, and usually an arbitrage between the tax rate you save during contributing and the tax rate you pay upon withdrawal. It's bigger than almost any other tax deductions you can qualify for, and unlike charitable donations or mortgage interest, you still have the money at the end of the day. In 2024, the contribution limit for anybody under the age of 50 is $23,000. If you're age 50 or older, the contribution limit is $30,500. $7,500 extra. The number 6 place to invest your money as a high income earner, maxing out your HSA. Health savings account. If you and your family are in good health, you might want to consider selecting a high deductible healthcare plan, aka HDHP, for your health insurance. A high deductible healthcare plan, as the name implies, is a type of health insurance plan that features a higher deductible than traditional insurance plans. This plan not only has a lower premium compared to a traditional plan, you're able to open up something called the Health Savings Account, also known as the HSA. In the financial independence world, many people call the HSA the Ultra Secret Early Retirement Account. Let me explain why. HSA is often marketed simply as a tax advantage savings account where you can contribute funds to pay for qualified medical expenses. However, what is often not discussed is the triple tax benefit. When you contribute to an HSA, your contributions are tax deductible, so tax benefit going in. Then the money in your HSA can grow tax-free. Finally, if you have qualified medical expenses, you can withdraw your money tax-free. Triple tax benefit going in, tax-free growth, and tax-free withdrawal. And there's no time cap to HSA, which means you can hold on to your medical receipts 10 years ago. And if you want to withdraw tax-free money today or 10 years from now, you can. The contribution limit for 2024 is $4,150 for self-only coverage and $8,300 for family plans. Bottom line, if you're eligible, don't miss out on this really great account that will not only reduce your taxes, but increase your net worth as well. The number 7 place to invest your money as a high income earner. Take advantage of the Backdoor Roth IRA. Roth IRAs are great. You pay taxes on your contribution. However, growth and withdrawals are tax-free. But if you're a high-income earner, there's a good chance you're not eligible to contribute directly into a Roth IRA. In 2024, if your married filing jointly combined income exceeds $230,000, you're ineligible to make direct Roth IRA contribution. But no worries, even if your income level exceeds the allowable amount to qualify, you can still use the Backdoor Roth strategy to contribute to a Roth IRA. You would make a non-deductible contribution for the maximum allowable amount into a traditional IRA. For 2024, this will be $7,000 if you're younger than 50 and $8,000 if you're 50 and older. Then you would convert your traditional IRA into a Roth IRA. This is generally a taxable event in which you pay ordinary income tax on the amount that you convert into the Roth IRA. However, all the earnings and growth in the Roth IRA after the conversion will be tax-free after they've been in the account for 5 years. Now, as you can guess, there's a lot of nuances with this strategy, given you have to follow specific steps to ensure compliance. So if you want to learn more about this strategy, I recommend you check out my video on the Backdoor Roth IRA strategy, which I'll have in the link in the description below. The number 8 place to invest your money as a high income earner. Take advantage of the mega Backdoor Roth, the Backdoor Roth IRA's bigger cousin. This is a strategy that allows high income earners to take after-tax dollars they contribute to their 401k and roll them into a Roth IRA. With this strategy, you're essentially contributing more money to a Roth IRA than the annual contribution limit. Now, to be transparent, this isn't something that everyone can do because you have to meet few conditions. 1, you have to have a 401k plan that allows after-tax contributions. 2, you're not eligible to contribute to a Roth IRA because of your high income. And 3, you've already maxed out your traditional 401k contributions. You can't make the after-tax contributions required for a mega Backdoor Roth until you reach your 401k employee contribution limit. Thus, as you can guess, similar to a Backdoor Roth IRA, this strategy requires that you follow very specific steps. And to be frank, it can be quite complicated because of its many moving parts. However, if your employer 401k plan allows for a mega Backdoor Roth, consult your plan documents to better understand the rules and features to see if this is something you want to take advantage of. The number 9 place to invest your money as a high income earner. A 5 to 9 education savings plan if you have children, or nephews or nieces you want to support. A 5 to 9 education savings plan is basically like a Roth IRA, but for education expenses. Contributions are made on an after-tax basis, but growth is not subject to federal tax and oftentimes state tax as well when used for qualified education expenses. 5 to 9 plans do not have annual contribution limits. However, contributions to a 5 to 9 plan are considered a completed gift for federal tax purposes. And in 2024, up to $18,000 per donor per beneficiary qualifies for annual gift tax exclusion. Just a quick personal perspective on this. I do have 5 to 9 plans for my kids, but I only contribute a moderate amount. I personally believe that education is one of those things that if we're creative, there are tons of different, more cost-effective ways to fund it. My wife's nursing education is a great example. When she was an undergrad, she was able to find a hospital willing to pay for her bachelor's if she was committed to working there after she completed her degree. And with her master's degree, her employer was also willing to pay 100% for the degree if she was willing to continue working and commit to another 3 years afterwards. Now, was this easy? Of course not. However, to her, it was worth saving hundreds of thousands of dollars in tuition in the long run. I believe that passing on to our children the values of hard work and ingenuity is much more important than a fully funded 529 account. Alright, enough of my soapbox talk. Let's move on to the next investment item. The number 10 place to invest your money as a high income earner. Taxable brokerage account. Once you have maxed out all your tax advantage options that we covered so far, you can start investing additional money into a regular taxable investment account. Of course, all invested with a simple broad market index fund. My personal favorite is the Vanguard Total Stock Market Index Fund, also known as VTSAX. I talk to a lot of people who are just learning about the stock market and are excited to jump right in. But one of the most common mistakes I see many of them making is that they start by opening up taxable brokerage accounts before they have maxed out all their tax advantage accounts. In my opinion, this should be the last priority since you don't get any tax advantage when you use a taxable account. The tax drag from using a taxable account instead of a tax advantage advantage account like a 401k can be significant, especially when you compound it over decades. Tax advantages like tax deductions allow more of your money to get to work for you sooner in the market, and therefore greater growth in the long run. Why pay more in taxes than you need to? However, once you max out all your tax advantage account that we talked about so far, your taxable account can play an important role in bridging the gap between regular retirement and early retirement. Just don't get so eager to fund it before all the other accounts that we discussed here so far. The number 11 place to invest your money as a high income earner, investing in real estate. Dr. Jordan Gromit, aka Doc G, talks about in his book Taking Stock the importance of adding more legs to our dining room table. The dining room table representing our financial plan, and each leg representing a source of income or an investment. When your financial plan is based on only one source of income, like a W-2 wage, you're like a flamingo, standing on one leg. And a big risk with this plan is that with one single blow, you can easily topple over. The two-legged plan is slightly better. You're adding investing, your 401k, Roth IRA, and brokerage investment account to your W-2 job. However, we can make it more sturdy by adding real estate to the mix. Now, there are a few ways to approach real estate. You can buy and own individual rental properties and rent them out for additional cash flow. The strategy not only brings in extra cash, but your money is diversified within a different asset class. This is a strategy that my wife and I have taken because we like the idea of having additional streams of income. Now, if you don't want to do any work of actually owning rentals yourself, you can buy REIT. Real Estate Investment Trust. A REIT is a company that owns, operates, and finances income-generating real estate, and they operate like a mutual fund. Mutual funds allow us to buy publicly traded companies without buying individual stocks. In the same way, REITs allow us to tap into real estate investments without having to actually buy, manage, and finance any properties ourselves. If you want a specific fund, I recommend you consider the Vanguard Real Estate Index Fund, also known as VGSLX. If you want the ETF version, Vanguard Real Estate ETF, aka VNQ. Regardless of your approach, direct real estate investing or REIT, having additional diversity will only add more stability to your dining room table. The number 2 place to invest your money as a high income earner. Paying down low interest debt. This could be your home mortgage or any other debt that might have less than 3 to 5% interest rate. This may not be the most financially optimal move. Many people will argue, why pay off a 3% mortgage when you can invest that money in the stock market and get greater return? However, those people are not you. There is no such thing as the best financial decision, only what is best for you. So if having absolutely no debt gives you peace of mind, then don't let others hold you back. Pay off all your low interest debt and live the ultimate debt-free life. Thank you guys for watching The Line of Debt. If you want to learn more about why I personally abhor debt, please check out my video here. Until next time, all the best.